Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hardcore 1.21 Let's Play. Since the Minecraft 1.21 update came out on June 13th, we've got new stuff added to the game. As of recording this, it's actually before the update comes out, but with my wizard powers, and by that I mean more on the pre-release, we have access to the new blocks and everything. Which means we can do all kinds of stuff with copper and tough blocks now. However, I don't have a lot of tough, so we'll need more to use today. And last episode we got some soul sand from the nether. This is important because our mine has been in need of an upgrade. Right now it takes a long time to climb this ladder all the way to the top, so we can use soul sand to make an elevator and speed up that climb. I do need kelp for this though. Luckily there is an ocean nearby, so let's ride over in that direction. Here we are at the beach by the mangrove swamp, and this channel has plenty of kelp. That should be enough to get to level negative 50-ish. That being said, I don't know what level my mine starts at, so we'll see. Okay, now we just need to flood this tunnel. And actually it's destroying all the torches, making it scarily dark in here. I should probably light this up again. I've blocked off the drop down, so one more long trip down on the ladder. We can put the soul sand down, keeping it one lower so I don't flood the place. Although, I think once the kelp is in, it'll flood it anyway. Hang on. We might as well use a copper door here. I do have respiration 2 on my helmet, but I am still a bit worried about drowning in this process. But let's try it. You know what, I just realized? I can do it like this. It's fine. My last living brain cell works really hard, okay? Now we've got a speedy way up here, but we still need a way to get down now that this spot is taken and the ladder takes way too long. I'll take another hole down on the opposite side of the water elevator, all the way to the bottom. There we go. It's not the prettiest, but it works. I think I'll leave the ladder here for now, as a good way to get to the specific level if we need to, since I'm not making separate sections for the iron mine and everything. However, back down here, we can mine for the tuff we needed. This has turned out to be a huge chunk of tuff. I've mined a few stacks for now, which should be good, and we can head back up super quickly in the elevator. Another thing we can use the soul sand for now that we've got it is to make a mob farm. A couple episodes ago we found a skeleton spawner in the middle of a village. Now we've got soul sand, so we can make an efficient XP farm out of it. So I'll make a hopper for item collecting, and grab some extra supplies. And we can head over to the village. We made it, and it's good to see that the village is still in one piece. I did accidentally hit a villager last time I was here, but I don't know if the golem saw that, or if he would still be mad. It looks like he's fine. And right here is the spawner. I could look up a tutorial for this, but instead I'm going to wing it and see what happens. I think the main room needs to be 9 by 9, and at least a little taller. What the heck, I just heard fighting. Hello? What's going on out here? Maybe I should make sure everything's lit up out here. This thing isn't completely underground, so they could be spawning in weird places out here. Anyways. This should be the right size for a spawning room, just as long as the water works. And it does. I'll dig out another layer for it to funnel them all into this block. Next I need the sand for the elevator to push them up, and drop them to get rid of most of their health. I think it needs to be 21 blocks in order to not accidentally kill them. Oh yeah, and since this is such a weird spot, we've broken up above ground. Well, let's build a tunnel, I guess. We need to find a geode because it would be really cool to have this be tinted glass instead of just an ugly mass of cobblestone. Some bamboo gates here to stop the water, and we can build up the second elevator of the day. At the top we need another gate to push them into another chute and down to their demise, when it's not full of water. The system should be functional at this point. Now for the scary part. Taking down all of the torches and getting out before a skeleton kills me. Hopefully I can take most of these down before they start spawning. Last one. Ow. And we're safe. I'll wait here for a few to drop into the collection chamber. It took a minute, but now it's producing a lot of skeletons, and it works pretty well. I might as well stay here a bit and repair some of my tools. Okay, I'll keep using the farm as I work, but I want to make this space a little nicer. I of course want to use tough, so let's craft some tough bricks, and some regular stone bricks. These will be what I use for the wall, after I clear out just a bit more space. Oh no! Ooh, crap, okay. I was just building, I didn't think about what blocks not to break. I have just unleashed so many skeletons. Okay, alright, I need to take back some territory in that room. This should get everybody contained again. Now to just clean up the rest. Okay, let's replace these one at a time. I'm moving the stone bricks up to cobblestone, then back to regular tuff, and finally the mossy cobble to finish the ceiling. That's the basic wall design, but for some more detail, I'll make some bone blocks using the bones that we've got, and these will be for some beams along the wall. As for the floor, I think that the bone block tops would look cool, checkered with some chiseled tuff, because it's got the spiral pattern showing on the top. We'll need shelves in here, so along the wall, some polished tuff slabs will do. I'll set up some storage on the shelves with a few chests, for the extra bones and arrows and things. And with that, we've got a functional and decorated skeleton/experience farm, all completed with only one time that I almost died. I've got plenty of XP now that we could add some enchanted books to our tools. So let's go back home. I'll put some tuff away in the house, and over at the enchanting tower in the anvil room, I've got a few good books to use. I want to use this one to add Unbreaking 3 to my Silk Touch pickaxe, and I've got a Feather Falling 1 book to put on my boots. Not much, but it's better than nothing. Another thing I want to do today is get some bees. With all the new copper blocks, I'm definitely going to need some honeycomb. The first thing to do for this is hunt down some beehives. I know there's one right on the hill in the cherry grove, but because it's so close, there might not be any bees still living in it. Although I do hear at least one bee in this one. And I got the advancement, yes. That's one down, but I'll need to search for more, so I'll go get Stan. And I see one. The bee seems to be confused, though. Here you go. Oh, it actually went in. I'll just grab it then. And next to it, there's a bunch of flowers around that I might as well take. They're for the bees that I'm also stealing, so it's fine. There's another hive over here, and the bee just went inside. Perfect. That seems like enough beehives for now. I plan to keep these guys in a little bee house that I'll probably expand later, but for now let's collect a few materials, starting by chopping down the spruce tree. We also need some jungle slabs, and some granite slabs. I'll make some mud. And I'm actually out of wheat, so I need to gather that too, for a few mud bricks. Let's make a stack of deep slate bricks, a stack of tough bricks, as well as some chiseled tough bricks. And we need some dark oak materials, so let's chop another tree. I'll cut down some bamboo, because I need some blocks of that as well. Now for the copper blocks. I want to use a lot of the grates as windows, and I'll use slabs for part of the roof. With that, we can start building the bee house. I'm keeping it pretty small, with the biggest part being a 7x7 square of deep slate. And in front of that, a small section of 3 blocks with a spruce pillar on the end. I'll have similar pillars on the rest of the corners as well. The deep slate will have 2 more layers, before we transition to the tough bricks closer to the top. I'll finish the wall off with a layer of birch planks. And let's bring the pillars up here too, using a block of chiseled tuff to make it look reinforced. In these random holes I've left, I'll put the grates we made, to create some big windows that the bees can't escape through. And let's use some bamboo for an arch trim on each of these. Now for the roof, I'm using a gradient with the mud bricks, granite, jungle, and copper. I don't want this to be a super tall build, so we'll do a simple half slab roof. Okay, so we've got the roof down with a dark oak trim, and we can add some more supporting dark oak along the walls with fences next to the spruce pillars, as well as some cross-sections of stairs and slabs. The building has disrupted the path a bit, however I do want to extend it out even more with a little market window, using bamboo gates. which the bees shouldn't get stuck on, I hope. And every good market window needs an overhang, starting with tough pillars topped with dark oak, and the overhang roof is dark oak too. I've been looking at the copper grate windows, and I think I'm going to replace the stones on the sides of them with walls to give it more depth, as before it was completely flat. The rest of the bee house is looking good so far, but I've neglected the front room. First of all, it needs a roof. I'll continue the tough bricks in front. As for the doorway, I think spruce trapdoors might go well with the tough. There, and I'll craft some copper trapdoors to use in the doorway. Yeah, that works. The new trapdoors look great with the doors. I'll put one more above, as they're perfect for a little makeshift window. So let's do some in the middle of the birch planks underneath the roof. All of the copper stuff should age down, and once we have honeycomb, I'll be able to get some different colors instead of all of this orange. But to get honey, we need to set up the bees. Before I forget, I need to craft some campfires so that I don't get stung. We only have 3 hives at the moment, but I'll make more with the honey. To save space, I'll bury the campfires underground. And I forgot there used to be a ravine here. Let's fix that real quick. No bees are coming out yet, but I'll take their honeycomb. And the bees are already stuck in the front door, so I should probably make a second layer so it's harder for them to escape. It looks like we've got 5 bees. Not bad for just 3 original hives. I'll breed them up with some dandelions to get 7. I'm not going to make an automatic farm for honey yet because I'm going to have a bigger setup for that with more bees. So this is just a starter kit. I will however create another row of the bee boxes, mirroring the original ones. And only 2 tall flowers are able to be bone mealed, but I do have some lilac, peonies, and rose bushes that I can duplicate. In each corner some roses, and to stop the smoke from filling up the room and making it kind of hectic, I'll lay some grass on top of the bee boxes, and plant some flowers. These should be visible from the outside through the grates. Yeah, that's cute. It makes it look a lot more cheerful in there. As for the rest of my flower collection, so far I've just got the dandelions with bees, because I don't have a whole lot else. I remember there being a flower meadow over that mountain. It's not a full flower forest, but I think it has a few different flowers. Yes, this area. I think it's just called a meadow. I love the alliums though, so I'll take a bunch of those. Okay, I've collected a bunch of different flowers, but it's turning night, I have no bed, and I've lost Stan. This could be very, very bad. I don't know where Stan would have went, and if I leave without him, he'll wander further away. But I do not see him anywhere. Alright, forget Stan, I'm running home. We weren't very far away, so I should be fine. I just need to get down the mountain. And we're safe back in our house. It's now a new day, and I need to find Stan. There are so many white sheep around, and they all look like Stan from the distance. Oh, there you are. Why do you need to keep running away from me? We'll go back home right after I pick a few more flowers. Stan is all set back in his pen, and in the bee house, instead of grass, and the random podzol, I'll go meal some moss. It's a little brighter than grass, and it looks better, I think. With the flowers collected, we can dot them in, trying to keep an even spread of each kind for the bees' enjoyment. The bees really like the flowers that I'm holding, so I'll breed them up. The colony is slowly growing, and they've produced a lot of honey for the short time that I've had them, so we can start waxing the copper in the stages that I want them at. To cover up the sides of the grass blocks, I've made bamboo signs, because they're yellow and kind of match the beehives. Much better, and I can't stop breeding the bees. We might outgrow this build faster than I thought. I tried to theme this after a cute little bee sanctuary type thing, but the outside is very stony and cold. To fix that problem, I like to add some plants, so crafting up a few pots, and grabbing some leaves. I didn't want to use decorated pots because I want to bring more green into this build, instead of more orange and red tones, so I'm creating a custom planter with bamboo block, with an azalea tree on top. For more plant life outside, I'm thinking that our whole base could use some flower fields. Let's grow an oak tree, 2 cherry trees. These will be to outline the fields. The first one can be right in the middle, and placing down some alliums in diagonal lines, about a block apart. Although, this might look better with azalea leaves to match the bright purple. Yeah, that fits. I will definitely use oak leaves for the next field because I'm almost out of azalea already, and this one can be a cornflower field. In front of our house, maybe we just do a small field without the leaf border, with some poppies. Over by the first field, another smallish size of daisies. The last one, because I'm running out of leaves, and now I'm completely out of leaves, but I'll use azalea to supplement, and this will be a bit of a dangerous field. I got these sweet berries in the first episode, and I haven't dared to put them anywhere because I'm worried about animals walking through them and getting hurt. But it should be okay if they're all confined in one spot with a wall of leaves. Just as long as my cat gets out of the field, that is. I'll need to wait for these to grow to plant more, but this is a good spot to farm them in. That's a good few fields planted, and it really helps to connect the area. Let's grab our glass bottles and check back with the bees. The bottles are to start collecting honey instead of honeycomb, because I want to make some honey blocks. I suppose one will do for now. And to make it more obvious that this is a bee house, we can have some sort of barrel out here, filled with honey, making this spot a work area to process the honey, I guess. And we could have scaffolding as a stand for a barrel, with a tripwire hook on it as a tap. Under the market stall I'll put another one of these, and this is where I'll store the extra honey. It couldn't hurt to add some more different plant pots here too, and on the other side of the path. Beautiful. Okay, I couldn't resist adding in more flowers. My goal is to add decoration to the whole area today, so in the farmland section, let's put a wheelbarrow in, using a grindstone, composter, and a fence gate. It looks a little odd next to the whole bone wheel contraption, which we'll have to hide in a building or something in the future, but making the wheelbarrow is a good start because I haven't done anything in this area in a while. Coming out of the field, to make it seem like it's actually being harvested, we can make a cart carrying wheat. Not too big, but big enough that it can hold a few hay bales. I faced it so that it looks like it's just collected the hay, and is bringing it into the town. I suppose I could get a horse to tie here, so that it's more believable. I've got so many saddles from fishing, it's kind of a problem. There's always horses around in the cherry grove for some reason. There's another white one, but I kind of want a different color that we don't have. Well, that's kind of different. I actually think I've passed this one every time I've gone to the village, so I probably should give him a home. Finally, okay. My god, this is a slow horse. It's a good thing he's going to spend the rest of his life just tied to a cart. Okay, well that's not exactly what I had in mind, but you know what, you're good there. It's fine. Another idea I had for a cart is one over by the mine entrance. This one doesn't need to be as big as the other one, just a 1x3. I've used the aged copper trapdoor because I think it looks really good as a wheel, and this cart can carry some dripstone. There isn't a dripstone cave in the mine, and I grow my entire supply in my basement, so this doesn't really make sense, but it looks cool. The one thing this area needs now is trees. Instead of tackling custom trees today, I'll just spot some saplings around and let them grow up. The bees have made enough honeycomb for us that we have extra from waxing copper to make some candles, and the best way to get string for that is down in the mine shaft, all the way at the bottom of the staircase. I'm not going to seek out a cave spider spawner right now, but if we could just get a few spiderwebs worth of string, that would be great. Oh, I forgot shears is not how you turn that into string. Oops. Oh my god, I was just going through some different parts of the mine shaft that I had already explored, and look at what I found off the edge of this. It was here and I completely missed it the first time. Let's carefully break in here. Oh, it's very dark. I need to go back to find some coal. Here we go. That's much better. I'm so glad I found this. I mean, it would have been more convenient if I had amethyst when I was building the mob spawner for the tinted glass, but better late than never, I guess. I'll collect a little bit of each block just to have it, and I've got enough string for now. I think I cleared almost everywhere that I've previously explored anyway. I'll use my newfound crystals to decorate the library, and the enchanting tower just a bit more. But what we went underground for was string, and that means that we can make some candles. The main problem is dyes to make different colors. We do have some flowers available, and some dyes left over in this chest. I've added some red, blue, and purple candles to the library, making it more of a vibe in here, and once again the enchanting tower can use a little bit more detail. And I think these add a lot to the spaces. I only have 3 left, but I'll add them around my house. There. Now the last thing I want to do today is head back to the skeleton spawner. First I'll make some tinted glass while I'm thinking of it. I'm not going to replace the whole bubble column, but if we go inside, I want to see if we can make a window into the spawning room. It is further than I thought. I think it goes too far into the wall to do that. Instead though, we could make this chamber see-through. I also brought some candles to decorate the shelves. I mainly came here though, to take the armor that I've got off the skeletons. We've got a bunch of different stuff in here, so I'll take it back home, because I thought I could make use of it by keeping it on the armor stands in the nether base. As for the leather armor, To make it seem a little fancier than, well, leather armor, I'll use bones from the skeleton farm to grow more flowers for some more dye. Oh, I didn't know you could stack colors. That opens up way more possibilities. Okay, I've gone through a lot of different colors, and I'm happy with these. And I think I'll do more dyed armor stands around in the future. But with that, I've done all I wanted to do today. We've got a little colony of bees living in this house over here by our wheat field. They've got a cute little interior, and they are producing lots of honey so far. We also decorated around and made everything look a lot more put together and pretty. But that is all of the time that I've got for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.